Hi everyone, this is Dr. Christy Taylor, and I'm going to be answering discussion post number 2 from week 2. I apologize for the late posting, but I'm working to catch up. So this week we're really focusing on beginning those discussions with regards to difficult conversations. So I'm going to answer the week 2 discussion post. I was born in Pearl, Mississippi, United States of America. I am from the South, and we have some very traditional values. But I wouldn't say that it was growing up was any different from any other place. Um, my family actually has been in Rankin County or Pearl, Mississippi since slavery. Believe it or not, I was I'm a historian. I'm a history professor, and I was able to research some of my family's history on Ancestry.com. And my great, 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 way back, grandmother was born in 1794 in Virginia. And the family that owned her, they moved to Mississippi. And my entire family literally has been in the same area since slavery. And even after slavery, we didn't get sold off or anything. We're still there. And so that's the reason why we're there. And how does your family remember the journey? Well, most of my family, most of what they know about how we got here is because I did the research in terms of just trying to have an understanding of my family history and where we came from. So again, being from Mississippi, I think that there's a lot of misconceptions about growing up in the South, but we had very traditional values. A very family oriented type of environment. And so in terms of what is the origin or like what is it like now, everybody that has heard about Mississippi or even the South in general knows the history of it. But in the little small town where I grew up, I'm not going to say race was not necessarily a factor, but in some aspects it was segregated. But for the most part, we grew up, everybody played with everybody. Now, the neighborhoods were very segregated. In fact, the community where I live is still very segregated. So, but when we were at school, everybody played with everybody talked and hung out. So, where does my family live now? So, the bulk of my family still lives in Mississippi, but the younger generation has definitely branched out. We live in New York, Chicago, California, and my family that's in California definitely is a lot. The family members who've moved to California are definitely a lot more diverse. That part of the family is definitely a lot more diverse than my family who lives in Mississippi. We speak English, and that is our native language. And where do we feel most connected to? I think as an African American, I would naturally say, we are connected to the continent of Africa and some of our Ghanaian roots. But I must really say that in some aspects, really, the reality of it is that we are very disconnected from that because we don't know a lot about that history. I'm really connected with my American traditionalism and values and those roots because this is where I grew up and this is where I know is my home.